you're shooting something that's easy for a bullet to pass through, again, no charge for this physics lesson, but it sometimes won't move a can or anything, like you're shooting paper. It's like the bullet, unless you're getting muzzle blast like we get right here, so close. But if I had a paper target out there and shot it with this, the bullet's just going to pass through. You don't even know you hit the paper, right, visually. And that happens also with very thin metal quite often. I may have told you all years ago when I first got my AR-15. Gosh, Mom still had a 50-acre farm out in Dry Ridge, Kentucky on Warsaw Road. It wasn't the one we lived on. It was a different one they bought later when we moved back to town. And we'd go out there and shoot, and he'd garden and that kind of thing. But it was probably a month or two after I bought my first AR-15 in '83 or '84. Okay, the A2 you've seen, A1, A2, yeah, you've seen. And yeah, I'm confused about it, but the big musket one I have. And we had some steel targets. They were 1/4 inch thick. They're just regular metal, regular soft steel metal. Nothing special at all. This is back before you could even find AR-500, probably didn't anything about it. Some dad had somebody make, or I took them to him, I don't know. Just cheap discs, and they had a big platform on them, big platform. And 1/4 inch thick, sounds thick, but it's not. They might have even been a little thinner than that, maybe not quite 1/4, I don't know, but they were metal, fairly heavy. Anyway, I hit 3 or 4 of those, set out in a row out there. And I hadn't shot an AR much. It was kind of early on for me, and I shot at those things, and someone else shot at them, and they weren't moving at all. And even then, at that time, I was dumb, or I was ignorant about it, really. I just couldn't believe I was missing. And I think I might have been suspicious that I was hitting them, and they were just going through. But I wasn't sure. I thought it would move them a little bit or whatever. So we walked out there, and of course all of us were hitting them, and they just weren't moving. It was just going through that soft steel. It wasn't thick. Now if you get steel that's thicker, 3/8, 1/2 inch or something, even though it's regular mild steel, then it's gonna react and probably not go through. Just depend, and it wouldn't be safe either if it was very close, because something's got to give, right? It drills into it, and that's why the targets over there on the range 2, where we shoot the little square tombstones and things, that's far enough away, whatever it is, 80, 90 yards, 100 yards. It won't go through those. Those are 1 inch thick. Now, I've been shooting those for about 30 years or more, but it doesn't go through them. It just bores in there, so I don't want to shoot those too close. I discovered, in fact, I had those on the main range when I first got them, like in the late 80s or whenever. And a friend of mine, he was a Vietnam vet. He was very familiar with the M16 and AR, and he shot it with my AR over there, and it was probably at 40 to 50 yards away, and he got one back, piece of shrapnel, a jacket from one of those 223 rounds. It bored in, the bullets were going in, but they wouldn't go all the way through, and just drilling a hole, and then just the pressure, it came back, like 40, 50 yards back, and cut. He had a shirt cut his the side. That didn't hurt him, but it just bled a little bit. And so after that, wow, interesting, and surprised me. So we moved those over here, put them farther away, and have not had an issue with that. But another physics lesson, I should be charging you for these things.